2, Knit 1, Heart 2, sorry.
Episode 19.
I am Sheila, also known as Sheila D37 on Ravelry and Spark People.
And I am Wendy, also known as Penny Wenny on Ravelry and Penny Wenny 2 on Spark People.
Sorry, I'm fighting with some yarn right now. Sorry.
I don't have any Spark People shout-outs this weekend.
I do.
This week.
Sorry. I want to say hello to Jet Girl 1313, also known as Katie from the Knitting on the Fly podcast. Hi. Crochet Lily. I'm going to spell this one. SHMOPI, Schmopey. Schmopey.
Schmopey.
Strickland 66. Welcome to my Spark People pages. After this weekend, I am going to kick my butt into gear. We're going camping this weekend, so it's kind of hard to stay on a diet when really we're going with a bunch of people you have no control over what's being cooked.
You don't. You just have to try your best.
Oh, and I will. I'm not saying that.
Just try your best to stick to the serving sizes. You know, like even if it's crummy food, try to only eat a serving of it.
Right.
You know, you're going to maybe go over, but at least you will be eating serving sizes.
Yes.
So, yay, and 271 members on the Ravelry group.
Oh, yay. Yay.
Which is exciting to me. I love it.
So we'll jump right in, and I'm making the executive decision that I will go first from now on.
Oh, okay. All right, she's going first.
Well, you're the one who was saying you can't keep track, so this will be easier. We'll just do it one person at a time.
First.
Unless something goes on. So on my dance pad, my Saroyan, I got 2 leaves done. And I only did them last night. So I was looking at it, trying to figure out how much more I had to go. This is about thin edge, so I'm almost about halfway.
Wow.
I could do it a little bit shorter, like here.
Yeah.
But then it comes to about here.
No, you make it as long as you can. I mean.
Well, yeah, because I'm not going to use the other yarn. But this is a Saroyan by Liz Avenate, done on Malabrigo lace held double, US size 6. I made it only so wide, and I'm doing each leaf. And it's not a bad knit. It's not a bad knit at all. It's a very enjoyable one. It's just, I don't know. I looked at my project page. I've had this on the needles for a year. So I really need to get these off the needles. And just to show you the leaf motif, I'm sure you guys have seen it enough. Yeah, there it is. It's really, really pretty.
It came out nice.
Yeah. So I'm still working on it.
I do like that pattern.
I do, and I think this will become, I've gotten some things off, I think that will become my work knitting now. Because Malabrigo, if you're knitting with it in hot heat, it sticks like glue.
Yes, it does.
I have my owling hat based on the owling pattern, which I'm going to use for Wendy because for some reason I've misplaced my hat somewhere.
You can kind of see the little owls there.
I got about as much as she's got on her fingering, on her mitt, on my hat. That's about the exact same amount I have on my hat. The only modification is once I did the last cabling on the ears, for the ears of the tufts, I continued in stockinette.
Oh.
Just because it actually makes it stand out a little bit more.
Yeah, I can see how it might.
So I got that. That I'm doing with Cascade 220 Superwash on US 7 needles, 4.5 millimeter, exact same colorway, which is Mystic Purple.
Mystic Purple. So we bought it at the same time.
We did. So I'm working on my Flutterby socks.
Oh, I can't wait to see how those are coming out.
They're coming out really good. So this is
Serendipitous
You. This is sock yarn that it's self-striping. It's in the Tulip colorway. I'm doing it on 1.5 US 2.25 millimeter needles. The butterflies aren't as high contrast as I've done in the past, but I really like this.
I like the way
it breaks it up.
Yeah.
Now the 70 stitches at first I thought would be too big for my feet, but because the stitch pulls in, it fits perfectly. It fits like a glove.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm definitely like a 68 stitch type of foot or something like that on, but I have a very tight gauge. I don't know. It's dense fabric.
Yeah, I really like it.
I really, really like it. I'll probably be bringing these with me camping because this is simple enough.
And it's small enough.
It is small enough. It's portable. And I'll probably be bringing something else with me.
I love that yarn. It's very pretty.
I'm also doing another washcloth, which I'm just casting on now. See? Cast on. And then the mystery shawl. I have not finished clue 3.
Oh, I should get mine out too.
Clue 3.
Yeah, clue 3. I did finish clue 3, but I made a mistake on mine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, somehow I think I made an extra row because I was on the wrong side. So there's just a mistake. I didn't fix it.
So this is clue 3. I'm sorry. And you could have done it in 2 different ways, and I can't see if I'm showing you. Okay, so it gives it the wavy drop stitch look, and then you're doing the same stitch here for like 6 rows up here. She'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah, because I'm done. Above the wave is some more drop
slip
stitch.
slip stitch.
Like this whole area
almost like
here.
eye partridge or what's it called?
Linen stitch.
Linen stitch.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's
I really like
pretty.
it too. I got a compliment on it. I was working on it today while my boys weren't swimming, and somebody commented on how pretty it was. And she goes, "What's it gonna be?" I said, "Well, it's either a shawl or a scarf."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm not exactly sure," and I explained to her why, and it was a mystery knitting, and she's like, "That sounds exciting." I said, "It really is."
It is.
It is exciting that you don't know exactly what you're getting. I mean, obviously, we have a clue of what we're getting, and we have clue 4 coming up tomorrow.
Yes.
I don't know what time. She's been putting it closer to the afternoon.
But that's the last clue, right?
Yeah,
That'll be the edging.
I probably won't get it until I come back.
Yeah. So
And supposedly, I think we're going to have like 4 options for the edging. So I'm not going to tell Wendy what I'm doing. You don't tell me what you're doing, and we'll see how it works out in the end.
We'll probably pick the same thing.
Probably. That's what I want to see if we do.
I know.
If we do pick the same thing. So that is all for my current works in progress. So I got the Saroyan, the hat, which I'm really it's got to be in the car somewhere. I don't have a bag for it, and that's my problem. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have plenty of bags.
I was going to say, I'm sure you can find
I don't, yeah, no, I do. I have plenty of bags. I just didn't put it in a bag. I'm not sure why. Because I was in denial about how many things I have on the needles. That's probably why. So, the Saroyan, the owling hat, the flutterby, the iris, and the washcloths.
Pretty good.
Yeah, well, hopefully,
Well, I've already shown my mystery shawl, so I won't show you that.
Did you want to talk more about it or anything?
No, I was just going to say that I'm doing it in Enchanted Knoll Farms Superwash in the Treasure Chest colorway on a US 6 4mm needle. And it is the Iris Mystery Shawl by Natasha Vogler. And it's a $6, about $6, because she's from a different country, but it translates to be about $6 US on Ravelry. We got it for free because we joined the Knit Along, but
before
now
June 30th.
Yeah, but now you have to pay for the pattern. But it's totally worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
If you have a crazy skein of yarn with the variegation and all the weird stuff that you just know is going to be difficult to knit into anything else. This is really good for heavily variegated yarn. I would probably knit this again too. It's been a fun knit.
It has, and where she says it's can be different.
Yeah, you can change it around, mix and match, and do different things.
The third clue that we did on this, you could have, instead of doing the wavy stitches that we did, you could have just dropped 3 stitches, so you would have had a long section like this.
Just open, yeah.
Sorry, that would help.
Kind of like clapetty.
Yeah, similar to that, but not all the way down, Max. Sorry. And then on the second one, you could have, what we did is we're increasing each row, right side row. And if you didn't have enough yarn, you could just do 4 increases in one row and be done with it.
Right.
So she gives you a lot of options on if you don't have enough yarn. And I think this is a perfect pattern for
heavily variegated yarn. It really does show off your yarn, and I am so excited to see how it looks all finished and blocked.
And it's fun to see how other people are doing it. Some people are doing it in a tonal, but variegated tonal, and I love it.
Yeah, I know. I think it works with most yarns. I think the only yarn it wouldn't work well with is if it was too solid. Then all of the slip stitch and the other cool stuff that you're doing is pointless, kind of.
Well, I still think it would work.
It would just be more textural,
it, yeah.
But it just, to me, I really think that kind of pattern and stitch deserves a crazy yarn.
And we all have the crazy yarn in our stash that called to us in the skein.
And then you realize
and then it's a little too crazy, or you're just tired of socks or whatever. So
Yeah, so definitely do that. So yeah, that was Iris Mystery Shawl. And the thing that I'm working on right now is the Owlings Mitts by Carrie James. This was a free pattern on Ravelry. I went to the Ravelry pattern and it took me to Carrie James's site, and it says that you can get the pattern for 1 penny, but then it said she's working on it and it's not available. So I don't know if you can access it right now, but I already have it, so you can kind of see the little owls right there. This is in Cascade 220 Mystic Purple colorway superwash, which I've never knit with this. I have some superwash in my stash, but I've never knit with the superwash before. It seems very nice. It's very kind of smooth or whatever.
Squishy.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So I'm almost up to the point where I'm gonna do the thumb.
The thumb.
Yeah, I have to do a few more rows, like maybe 7 more rows, and then I'll be at the thumb hole. So I'm working on that. This is kind of fun.
Mindless. Somewhat.
Yeah, mindless. It's going really well. I'm using my Addy clicks on this. They work really well with worsted weight. And
did we ever review those?
No, I'm ready to review them though next week. We're probably going to review Addie's next week. I wanted to work on my shawl a little bit, which I'll show you next. So that was the Owlings on the needle, and then finally I got Jared Flood.
Oh wow, that looks great.
I know. Well, once you get
the idea of it.
Once you get the stitches picked up, it goes really fast because then you don't have to just. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but knitting this edging was like knitting I-cord to me, and it made me insane. But I have now picked up all of the stitches, and I have knit the garter band, and I am working on, I think I'm on row 6 or 7 of the lace.
And what do? A double decrease in the center?
No. Yeah, sometimes. I do a lot of double decreases. It's kind of a weird... let me try to show you. It's got this, like, it's a really open...
Oh, all right.
Can you see that? Let me try to get it there. So I'm working on that. Unfortunately, when I took the little thing out of the bag, my tape had ripped off. So I am either on row 7 or row 6. I think row 7, but it's really, the design is only alternating 2 rows of stitches. So I just have to,
read your knitting.
Well, I don't usually do this, but it was recommended, and I'm glad that I did. I marked the right side of the pattern. This is knitted, and it's a garter stitch shawl, so it's really hard to tell which side is the right side because all of the, every stitch is knit. You don't do any purl rows. Everything where there's a knit, it's always going to be knit. But I did mark the right side of the work. And I am currently on the wrong side, so that means that I am probably on row 6. I'm on an even numbered row, so I'll just figure out. Oops, there goes my thing. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this now that I don't have to knit the edging, and it was kind of like the edging was bad. Jared, call me. We need to talk about this pattern. Oh my God!
Yeah, good luck waiting for that call.
Yeah, I know. It just cracks me up though. Like, Jared, I love your work, but why? Why did we have to knit this first? Why didn't we just provisionally cast on, do the body of the shawl, and knit the edging on? That's what I would do if I knit this again. I'm sorry, Jared. Love you. Don't love the construction of this. The upside, though, is once you get this done and cast it on and knit a little bit, it's like, wow, I've done a ton of work, and I haven't really been doing much.
Looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful when it's done.
That's Ivy Brambles?
But this is this is the Rock Island by Jared Flood, which is $6 on Ravelry, and you could just provisionally cast on for the triangle and knit the edging on at the end, and then it would be less crazy. Just a pro tip from me.
Which she didn't do. So if you do that and it gets messed up, email her.
Yeah, send the hate
You
mail
recommended me doing this. Now I don't know what to do.
I'll help you out. Believe me. There's no way it would be as crazy as knitting all that edging up front. But yeah, I'm doing it on US 7, 4.5 millimeter. I am using Addy lace clicks. The first time using them with lace weight, which is why I am now ready to give a review, because I have used the Addy laces with worsted lace and fingering. So I've tried them, and with what do you call it, Aran weight. So I've tried them on a big range of things, and I do have a lot to say about them. But this is in the Ivy Brambles Romantica, which is the store brand yarn of Yarn and Fiber Company in Derry, New Hampshire, and it's the Orchid colorway. I love the yarn. I love, this is one of my very top favorite lace yarns. I love the colors that they use. This just has this really, it's so hard to tell with our camera, but it has this beautiful like greeny gray shading that goes through it that's just really beautiful. So
to me personally, it just looks like gray, but I don't know colors like she knows colors.
Yeah, it's a green gray. It's like a Celadon green gray. I just really love it. So so yeah, I'm working on that. I'm enjoying, now that I'm done with the evil edging,
sure.
I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, the stitch that I'm working on right now it's mindless, because it really is just one row you do a certain thing, and the next row you do another thing, and then the next row you do it's just the same 2 rows over and over again. You just have to pay attention to where the increases, or the decreases, I mean, because it's getting smaller every time I knit it, which is also nice. I do like knitting from the bottom.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I'm going to have to do another.
The more you knit, the smaller it goes,
I'm going to have to do another
goes.
show like that. That was fun.
So, yeah, I can't work on it while we're doing this, though, because it is kind of, I do have to look at the chart once in a while. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. So that's it for me on the needles.
Yeah?
Yep.
I rate your date. I got a few things, believe it or not. I finished 2 washcloths. One I finished while I was on the podcast yesterday. Again, it's just the generic Grandmother's Dishcloth by Ruth from Big Springs, Texas. It's the first dishcloth when you do pattern search in dishcloth. It's the first one that comes up. I did this one in purple to match, or to go with this.
Is it free?
Yes, it is. To go with this one.
Pretty.
Not quite the same purple, but
it goes.
These will go together, as a teacher's gift, like this.
That's nice.
With bar soap that I have. And then the other one that I finished, I like this. I like the pink and springy. This is peaches and cream cotton, I think it is. Sorry. Sugar and cream.
Recently you could get a giant thing of it.
This is Sugar and Cream. Sugar and Cream by Lily. And I'm doing a pink one to match this one. So I just cast on, and these are so simple. Look how far I am already. I just cast on.
I know.
Literally, 4 stitches when we started. And so this one will go with this yarn. But I was saying when I was knitting this up, cotton, that's soft.
I just don't like
I know.
Cotton.
This would make a beautiful baby blanket, and
Yes,
this
it would.
pink striping for a girl, and they have blue striping for boys. I love this yarn.
I know. It's a good workhorse yarn, especially, and I love, love, love cotton dishcloths. I do. My mother makes them for me.
Yeah.
We use them in the bath, like the kids use them as bath cloths.
Well, I've made a transformer washcloth for Max that I think is in the bathroom. They don't really use it though, but this I made with the scraps of yarn that I had left over from other dishcloths that I did.
Yeah.
So this will either stay with me or possibly go to a home somewhere. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue doing dishcloths. Maybe that will be my podcast knitting, just because you can never have enough for gifts.
Yeah, that's true.
I also finished my baby hat.
Yay!
And I had my
She's
other
going to
baby.
give me the instructions so we can make a pattern.
But I also had my other baby hat to compare it to. What did I do with that? My brown one.
You had it. I saw you bring it. Did it fall on the floor?
I don't know.
Is it in there?
No,
Is it
it's
in that
not, no,
bag?
it's not in there.
Okay, well.
No. It's somewhere, and I'll probably
She had it a
find
minute
it. I
ago.
wanted to show it to compare, but anyways.
Here it is.
Oh, it's
I
underneath my
found
show
it.
notes. Sorry. So that's the first one I made, and this is the second one. They look the same, except for the only modifications I did was the decreases. They're both very tiny. This one I should have done maybe one more repeat plain. This is using some teeny, but I'm sure, unfortunately, I'll find a head to fit. Sad thing.
I know. Those babies are so little.
It's Sundara Sakyan in the Tuscan Rose colorway, and I like the way I did my decreases in this one.
Good.
I'm trying to keep with the stitch pattern better than this one. But so the size difference. They're teeny. So yeah, I have it all written up, and well, what I did, and then Wendy will go tech edit it for me.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And if anyone wants to test knit it after she tech edits it, give me a ring. I'll send you the pattern. I mean, it's going to be a free pattern anyways.
Yeah.
But, you know, just so that it would be nice to have a few test knitters to post pictures. So we'll see. If you're interested, PM me.
Yeah.
And then I have one more finished object that was a secret project.
I have not known anything
No
about
one's
this.
seen this, and it's
No.
actually going to Wendy.
Oh, what is it? What? Oh my gosh! It's a heart! That is so awesome! Where did you get this?
That's on knitty.com. The pattern is Heart. It's by Kristen Leggett, Ledget. I did it in Cascade 220
Look
Red,
at this.
US 5. There's a lot of people who did it. I was doing it for you for a different reason, but it works out now.
I know.
It works out perfectly.
When we get to the next section, you'll know why. But yeah, that is so awesome. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I love it.
I think it's adorable.
It is.
Most people have done it in 2 different colors, but the only other color I had that would
I totally knew it was a heart right away too. That's awesome.
I didn't really think it went very well. This was the other color I was going to use.
I do like how you did those little ends.
Yeah.
So
It
looks
should have
like
been done
tubes.
this way too, but I was getting tired of it. So
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I love it.
So this bag now will become my bag for my owlings now that I'm
If you
done
can
with
find
it.
them.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's awesome. I didn't even know anything about the secret.
That was the
knitting.
whole idea. Oh, this is my. Oh,
It was
secret. Secret. So, and then my wash. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have for my finished objects.
Well, I only have one finished object. My big red.
I'm sorry, I keep bending down.
I finished the big herringbone cowl by Pearl
Yay.
Soho, a free pattern on Ravelry. I did it in Malabrigo worsted weight, just the regular Malabrigo, in the sealing wax colorway, and I used one 17 12.75 millimeter needle and one 13 9 millimeter needle on the left side to make it go easier. I'll see if I can get the herringbone to show. Oops. It's hard to get it centered. There you go. You can really see it. I love this. This is going to be a staple for the winter. You can wear it just down
Oh, that's nice.
under your coat,
And you won't lose it.
and you won't lose it. Or you can
Ooh.
pull it up, and I made it big enough so that in the back
Yeah.
it covers like a hood. So I can do that. Or you can just wear it
Like that.
like that.
I like that too.
It's so squish. The herringbone pattern I showed you looks like this. On the other side,
It's kind of reversible.
it looks like that. And yeah, I like it. I like it either way. You could also really wear it like kind of like a shawlette if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You know, like just
Keep
down
your shoulders warm or something.
down on your shoulders.
I like it.
Pin it across. I like
Yeah.
it a lot. This was fun. I would definitely knit this again. This would be a great gift. I used just under 2 skeins of Malabrigo.
Oh,
for
really?
this.
You didn't finish the 2?
I was getting kind of close to the end of the second skein, and I didn't want to run out in the middle of the bind off and have to crack into the 3rd skein. I have 3 skeins of this. I'll probably make a hat or something to go with this
Ooh.
out of the other skein just to have it. maybe a hat, maybe some mitts or something. I have another whole skein of this. But yeah, great knit. I would totally do this again. This would be a great gift knit.
Yeah.
Like you could crank this out really fast if you worked on it without.
I'm almost thinking of. Sorry to interrupt. The leftover DK that I have for my I was thinking of doing.
I think you could do any weight. You would just need to make it adjust the
accordingly
the count to make it big enough, and just knit it as wide as you wanted to. I mean, I could have knit this. I could have knit this wider. I could have knit it.
You mean
like wider? Here? No, I could have knit it wider this way if I wanted to, but I could have knit it bigger around.
Add more stitches.
Add more stitches to it. It's really something you could play with. It's very simple, and she has a really nice tutorial in pictures on the pattern that shows you how to do the herringbone stitch. Once you understand what you're supposed to do with it, it's really easy. So yeah, definitely, I would recommend this to anybody, and it's definitely something that I will be knitting again.
Oh,
and
good.
That's it for my.
Something I'd like to try.
Yeah, you should. It's a lot of fun. That's it for my finished objects.
Yay!
Don't have a lot this week.
Well, I have to say I reached somewhat of my goal.
Yeah.
I finished 2 washcloths. I was hoping for 3. My pattern preemie hat and my secret project. I didn't get to the decrease of the Saroyan, but it's getting there. So we go into future dates, and so my future dates are, I'm going to finish the Irish shawl because Clue 4 comes out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're recording on Thursday, by the way. No trash truck today, notice. I'm going to work on the Saroyan, and my goal is to finish the Irish shawl and finish the owl hat.
Oh, that's good.
So,
yeah,
the owl hat would be good to bring.
I did well. I thought I got the edging done, thank God, on that shawl, and finished the big cowl, and cast on the owlings, which I want to get these done before August, because August is going to be big for us. My future dates.
Oh, I always forget that future date.
Yeah, my future dates, I mean, the knitting's my bag, the podcaster challenge, that starts in September, I think.
Right,
so,
but we get the pattern on August 25th.
Yeah, we're getting the pattern sometime in August. So I have a lot of stuff that I kind of want to get going or get done before I get into that, so that I can focus attention on it. I'm still planning on doing Gawain by Alison Greenwell, which is a $7 sweater pattern on Ravelry. I'm doing it in Dream and Color Classy in the Dusky Aurora colorway, and I have ordered the new Isolde Teague book called Little Red in the City, because half of the book is an excellent manual on how to size a sweater to fit yourself, and I have a lot of experience knitting sweaters in Classy, and I don't know if it's that I'm knitting with too loose a gauge or what's going on, but whenever I knit with that and I wash it, even if I just put it in the bath, take it out, gently carrying it over, it grows like 2 or 3 sizes. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It doesn't happen. I have a friend who has a friend who has never had that problem. So clearly it's something that I'm doing weird with the knitting.
Maybe it is your gauge.
It might be my gauge. So, against my will, but because I know it's right, I am going to actually spend the next week swatching for the sweater. I don't want to, but I'm going to swatch for the sweater. I'm not only am I going to swatch in 2 or 3 different gauges, but I am going to wash and pin it so I can see how much it grows.
And you're going to swatch in seed stitch?
Yes, I'm going to swatch in seed stitch. I'm not going to swatch for the cable because I figure whatever I'm working the seed stitch in, if I can get gauge on that, then the cables will be fine. I'll just work with it. But yeah. Because I just don't want to end up with another sweater that grows 3 sizes, because I'm trying to lose weight, and my goal is to lose, at this point, 60 more pounds.
Oh, really?
Yes, I want to lose 100 pounds total. But I'm only trying to lose 50, to get my spinning wheel, and then I'm going to start over and lose another 50. And that would bring me to, I talked it over with my doctor. It's a reasonable weight. It's a reasonable expectation for me to lose that weight. Like, it's not crazy.
Okay.
Like, I think the BMI people want me to weigh like 125. Ain't never going to happen.
Yeah,
No. That's way. I have weighed 125 before. That would be skinny. I just want to be normal.
Depends on the bone structure too.
I just want to be normal. So anyway, but I know I'm gonna lose. I mean, I'll probably at the end of it. I'm imagining I'll be, based on last time I weighed that little. I'll be an 8 or a 10. So I want to lose. I want a sweater that's still gonna be somewhat normal on me if I lose that much weight. I don't want to have to rip out every single sweater I've knit in the last 3 years, and that's where this whole dieting thing is going. So I'm really going to pay attention to fit. So that's my big future date is getting ready for Gawain, because I do want to get that on the needles in August.
Okay.
I want that to be started in August, so I need to swatch next week. So that's my future dates. That's all I got.
Okay, we move on to Crushes and Heartbreaks. We're still pushing the Make-A-Wish Denver Oyster Ride for Lynn Zim on knittingtriathlete.blogspot.com. She has a new goal. Her original goal was, I think, $3,000. She's reached that. She is now, as of the other day, she is at $4,000. Now, Make-A-Wish is for chronic medical conditions, life-threatening medical conditions, impossibly terminal conditions.
Yeah.
But they don't just focus on terminal; they focus on both.
Yeah.
And a wish roughly cost $5,000 per child. So her new goal is to make one wish granted.
Yay!
And this is for Denver, Colorado. We're not in Colorado, but you know what? Make-A-Wish works well for everybody. And I read somewhere that there's 75 kids in Colorado that need wishes right now.
Well, also, if you have an Applebee's near you, Applebee's is doing Make-A-Wish fundraiser right now where you can donate in the restaurant. And we donated to Make-A-Wish, Massachusetts Make-A-Wish, at Applebee's a couple weeks ago when we were there.
Oh, good.
So, that's another way. You can also do to your local Make-A-Wish Foundation if you want to.
But if you donate $10 to Lynn Zim's cause, actually, if you donate $5 to her cause, she will send you My Wish pattern from Laura Linneman. She wrote that up specifically for this challenge. If you donate $10, you get your name entered into a drawing for about 30 or so prizes. Every increment of $10 that you donate to Lynn Zim will get you another entry into the prize. So go check her out at it's Lynn Zim. She's on Ravelry as Lynn Zim and Plurk as Lynn Zim. Sorry, and it's knittingtriathlete.blogspot.com, and we will link her on the show notes.
Yep. And just to reiterate, for those of you who might be new viewers, Sheila's son Zachary had a wish granted.
Yes, and
so it's an important.
I do
organization.
tend to share my story with Lynn on that, and I will get it written up. I probably already have it written up somewhere. Another crush I have is I had talked about the Wicked Good Soap Company's shaving whip, it's called. And I showed this last week. It's in my shower. I'm not going to go and get it.
Well, and then the label got all
the label got all yucky. So I tried this out. I've shaved 3 times with it. I shaved today, the last time I shaved was Sunday. I could have gone without maybe another day of shaving. I really like this. This is supposed to promote less shaving. The only reason I did shave today is because I'm going to be going away for the weekend, and I'm not bringing a razor. So check her out. It's wickedgoodsoapcompany.com, and the company is spelled out. So it's Wicked Good Soap, COMPAN.com company. It's called the Shaving Whip. Luscious, light, fluffy shaving whip to pamper even the most delicate places. Sweet almond oil added for extra soft skin. Get a super close shave without irritating ingrown hairs. Use the moisture-rich shaving whip any way you shave. It leaves every inch soft and smooth, and it really does, and it was really inexpensive, $5. So I got this at my local farmer's market, and when I get a chance to go back to the farmer's market, because they're there until September, I'm going to see if she's there. But I really enjoy her, and she smells so good.
Oh, I know. It smells like candy.
Yeah. So the other thing I don't have it with me, and I have it in my medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
This nail polish. Somebody commented on my green nail polish. The reason I haven't changed my nail polish is because look at those nails.
Yeah.
Besides this little chip, I have gardened I have done dishes. I have done everything.
What is the brand?
Atypical. I want to say it's Sally Hansen. Is that the name brand?
Yeah.
Sally Hansen. I have done everything and anything possible that I typically do. I don't favor my fingers at all whenever I do things. And this sucker is not coming off.
Wow.
Which is good. So I just want to show you that. I've actually even cut my fingernails and filed them with this color on.
Wow.
Because they were getting too long. So that's my
Sally
other crush. I want to say it's Sally Hansen. It was one of the cheapest brands I could find at the time at CVS when my son was in the hospital. I did green for him.
For liver.
For
That's
liver.
organ
donation.
Sorry.
Organ donation. So.
Was that it for your crushes and heartbreaks?
I think so.
I have one crush. Oh, no, I have two. My first one is a crush and a heartbreak. Literally. My heart literally was broken in 2006 when I had my son. And I went to see my cardiologist, my annual cardiology appointment. For the last 5.5 years, I've been in cardiology services. And I think for the last 2 years, I've been mostly off meds. And I've cut down to 1 echo a year. This was my 5th time. And I was discharged from cardiology services. Whoops, the fan's blowing it around. And the doctor made me a little certificate.
That's cute.
Yeah. Isn't that cute? It's on a little heart thing that she gives to her patients. This is the first time I've seen this cardiologist, and I have to say I love her since she discharged me. Oops. Excuse me.
Oh, no, we have a sneeze attack. God bless you.
I got a little excited there. I don't have to go back to the cardiologist anymore. I do not have to have any more echoes. My heart has been normal for 3.5 years. Mostly normal. Nobody's heart is perfectly normal. I have one. My left ventricle is a little big, but it's in the big side of normal. And my EKG is a little off, but that's because I had major trauma to my heart, so it would be. But it's no. If anyone read this without knowing my history, they would say that woman has a normal heart. So, yay! So this came in. This was actually really good.
And it's not far from it.
I know.
I mean, it's a little different, but, it doesn't add all the details.
I should frame this and have this, displayed near it.
That's funny.
But, yeah, so I was very excited. Love you, Dr. Onuma. Glad I'm never going to see you again. And the other crush, I didn't bring it with me because I have it on my table, but I was telling Sheila, is that Wolf Farms lotion that I talked about last week. That stuff is awesome. It smells so good. It's the best smelling lavender scent lotion that I've ever tried. I'm going to have to get more. When I knit with the Enchanted Knoll Farms yarn base, it's kind of cottony to my hands, so I just keep it by my my table, by my couch, and I use it on my hands so they don't feel so crazy. So I think I could knit wool knives if I had that lotion by me.
Oh,
but maybe, it smells so good. I want to get everything she makes in that scent because it smells. It really smells like fresh cut lavender.
What is she, Knit and Wolf?
Knit and Wolf on Plurk and on Ravelry. Wolf Farms is her group on Ravelry, and she says she's going to do her own video podcast.
Yes, I heard.
So, yeah, you can check her out. Well, we'll give you a link to that when she has it. But I have to just say I really love that. So that's my other crush.
Okay. Baubles and Blings?
I have one Baubles and Bling, and it's going to be real brief because, as you know, I love these Yarn Owls by Diana Couture, so I had to buy another one. And there was a really good reason why I had to buy another one, because I had 4 of the little knitting hoodie things.
Oh my gosh.
And I only had 3 bags, and I was like, I really just need to top it off. So now I have 2 of the medium Yarn Owls, and the big Serena bag, and the smaller Serena. These are the Serena bags. This is the small one. Love them. Love them. You can get her bags at Diana Couture. Oh, and I want to say thanks to her because she did a really nice shout out to us on her Facebook page. Yeah, it was really sweet. So thank you, Diana.
So I have
you got your stuff.
Yeah, I have a couple of things. This is
I saw that.
Sunburned Zebra from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. Also, she's known as Lisa, 90% Knitting podcast. I'm like, So this is Sunburn Zebra. It's self-striping. I got this. I saw it and it screamed out to, you need to make this for Max. So I'll probably do a toe-up sock for him. Maybe me too, because we fit the same socks. Same size. Maybe I'll knit it a little longer so it lasts a little longer, because you know how kids
feet grow.
Shoot up. And I got a little bag of GDs.
I know. Show her show them all the candy. Show her. Show the people.
And so that's my little bag of goodies, nice? And this is her card.
I love the base. I might have to buy some of that yarn.
Yeah, it's her new base. It's called Bounce, and it's her new base, 80% superwash, 20% nylon, about 400 yards. It's really squish. It is similar to the Serendipitous U that I'm using right now in the squishiness factor.
Yeah, and
it's got the twist that Wendy likes.
I have a thing about the twist. I don't know if you can actually see the bumps and the twist on this yarn. That's how I like my sock yarn. And that's why I am so nervous about ever buying anything without touching it first. Love it. What is this?
This is not really, well, it's partly for me, but it's from a fellow podcaster in Germany. It's for Wendy. She had it sent to me so that it would be a surprise. I cut it out so that it wouldn't be so hard to do.
What? Oh my God! Where did this come from?
So this is a note
Becky.
for me. You will be.
You will find that there
are two of most things in here. One for Wendy, one for me.
One for finishing first.
And putting up
on the secret contest.
It goes one for Wendy and one for finishing first, and one is for you for putting up with Wendy. So I like that a lot.
I got a certificate for finishing first place in the not-so-secret race to finish Catkin for Camp Loopy. Becky, I love you. She signed it. The loser. You're not a loser.
I didn't open all this, so we got some Ritter Sport.
Ritter Sport. Oh my God.
No, one of those is mine.
What is this?
Frame?
It is heart. Oh look, it's a heart frame. Oh, I can't set it down, but it sits. Show that.
It sits, and we
each got a heart frame.
It's got little sparkly hearts.
At first, I thought that was Bella and Edward from Twilight in there, and I was like...
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it?
This is awesome! Oh, look what else we have.
Candy.
Mini Ritter Sport.
Oh.
Okay, let me just tell you what it is. This is Knusper Flakes, which is like...
Crispy.
It's got like crispy in it.
That looks like mint.
This is Mandel. I don't know what that means.
Green usually is mint.
I know. Halb bitter?
Dark.
Half bitter, maybe? Okay. Halb.
I'm thinking. I'm just naming what I think it might be similar
and
to.
Alpenmilch, which we all know means milk.
Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate. White. It's probably white. And dun, 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 dun.
Oh, cherry. That's.
Oh, it's
amaretto.
Amaretto cherry. Ah.
You only gave us one of those. That must be for you.
Oh, I think we're going to have to share it.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
We were just going through the package again, and we noticed that we forgot something. It says I Heart Germany.
It's a little mug that's also a magnet. And
this stuff is delicious.
We're eating this, and oh, Becky, I don't know whether I love you or hate you for that, because that stuff is
It is good. So, I told Becky I would, if she sent it to me, I would give it to you on the podcast.
Becky, you rule. And now we have to send her something. What do you want, Becky?
Well, Becky right now is in Spain.
I know.
Visiting her husband.
She's so brave. She had to fly there with her daughter by herself and rent a car and drive home from the airport. And I know she was really nervous about it.
So she should actually be back soon, I think. I hope you had fun, Becky, and thanks for the note. It was really fun.
This is so awesome. I feel like crying. I always get all teary when people send me stuff. I know you do. I don't know why. This I love. We should totally frame the picture. The picture from
oh yeah, well that goes on to our next. So that's all I have for Baubles and Blings. We now are going to be talking about gossip and innuendos.
Yeah, gossip and innuendo.
Christmas in July.
Christmas in July. That's right. Okay. we got to tell the story, and I have the whole way that I want to tell it.
Oh.
Sheila and I went to Six Flags on Saturday.
With my family.
With her family and a friend of their family. So there were 4 adults and 3 kids. And I didn't have my kids because my kids are with my mother. And my husband's in China. So I was all alone. I love amusement parks. And before Jim and I had kids, we had a season's pass to Six Flags, and we would go just about every weekend. So I'll go on pretty much any ride.
Which was a godsend because I can't go on the roundabout rides. It makes me sick. So she did that with my kids.
I took the kids on a lot of rides, and I had a really great time. But anyway, we're at the park, and there's this roller coaster called Bizarro. And it's the tallest roller coaster, I think, that they have at that particular park. And, it's crazy, and you go in these tunnels.
Yeah,
and
it's really cool.
And it's really fast. It's really cool.
It's not a loop-de-loop or anything. It's just a hilly ride.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't go upside down.
And Sheila said, I want to go on that ride. So I said, I'll go with you. And so we went over and we waited for an hour and a half. And the ride broke during the wait, but it took an hour and a half. And we got up to I was really excited. Sheila seemed really excited.
I was until
we got into the car and we got strapped in. And I'm going to tell you my side of the story first. And then I want you to hear Sheila's side of the story. And then I have to show you the picture. Actually, I'll probably do this so that the pictures pop up while we're talking because it's hilarious. Anyway, we get in the ride and the seat thing comes down and there's no handle on it.
There's a buckle and it pushes you in hand.
You buckle in and then it goes, and it's just smooth, like a smooth plastic thing that has 2 posts that go down to the floor. That's how it's attached. And you're kind of like,
you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think they want you to just I don't know, put your hands in the air. I'm not sure.
You just don't care?
I was like, that's a little weird. I had a place I could hold on, and we started going up the thing, and Sheila was saying, why did I do this? Oh my God. And, she was kind of freaking me out a little bit because it was really steep and it was dark by then, so you couldn't see when it was going to go down the hill. But once it went down the hill, I love roller coasters. It was such a huge rush. So I'm screaming, yay! And I'm like, this is awesome! I'm so glad we did this! I'm having a great time. And I'm not looking at Sheila because I'm looking forward. And we pull into the station, and now Sheila has to tell you her side of the story.
Okay, so I like roller coasters. I really do. I'll even do the ones that go up and around and upside down. There was something with this roller coaster, and it has something to do with the way that you're fastened in it. So you have a buckle, and you have the seat that comes down. And while we were sitting there, I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
There was
normal
no place
roller
to hang
coasters,
on.
the old-fashioned ones, you hold on to something. So as we're going up, I felt awkward. We're going up the hill, and I'm like, this was not a good idea. This was not a good idea. What did I do? What did I do? So we go down the hill, and I scream, a typical scream. But through the rest of the ride, I'm going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. At one point, I even used the F word before, oh my gosh.
Oh my effing gosh.
I closed my eyes through about 50% of the ride, which I never do. I was just in a panic situation. I was almost having a panic attack, which I don't have panic attacks, as we were up on the hill. If they could have given you the option to get off at the top of the hill, I would have gotten off at the top of the hill. So at one point, I'm going through. I opened my eyes and said to myself, well, if I die, it will be quick. Because at this point, we were going down a hill. Not the main hill, but we were going down a hill.
It had one of those hills where you were out of your seat.
Just a little bit, though.
Yeah.
So the way I was holding on is I'm holding on to a handle here, holding on here, and I have my toes curled up underneath the bar as tight as I can. And by the time we were done, Wendy at that point realized I wasn't having a good time.
Well, I heard her screaming a little bit, but I thought it was fun. I thought she was like, oh my effing G, this is awesome. Me, I'm like, woohoo!
I
get into the station and she says,
first I thought I was going to be sad.
She's like, oh, thank God we're alive.
It was the longest ride I've ever been on. And the only there's a couple of rationales that I can figure on this one. This has happened to me before when I was on another ride. And what it is A, I didn't have an old sugar handle to hang on. You know those handles everybody hangs on when you're doing something. I didn't have
my family calls them, and I'm sorry to offend anybody, we call them the Jesus handle.
Okay. In cars you call them,
Jesus.
oh shit handles. Sorry, Max. I didn't have that, so I felt like something was off. I didn't have something to hold on to. And then the other thing is, and I've noticed this before, I don't like going on rides where I think I'm going to die because I don't want to leave my kids. Normal reaction. I think if maybe my kids or Zachary wasn't as serious as he was, I wouldn't think that way. But you do. You think that way because you know life is fleeting. We fought so hard, and you just can't help but think that something silly is going to happen and take it all away. So that's why at the point where I opened my eyes and said, if I go, it's going to be quick. It's me. I think it's because I have a lot going on in our life, but I think the main factor that really screwed up everything was the fact that I didn't have anything to hold on to in front. Now, there was nothing. You can't hold on to the car in front of you because you couldn't even reach it.
Literally, it was kind of like you draped your arms over this like plastic thing, and you just kind of awkwardly hung on to them.
Yeah, you couldn't even hold them.
You couldn't even really hang on to them. So I think it's supposed to enhance the like
fear factor, definitely.
It did for her. But the funny thing was, the whole ride, I had no idea until we pulled into the station, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
No, and I don't regret doing it. The one thing I'm really glad is at one point, Max was contemplating going on it, and he decided not to, which is fine. I have no problem. He would not have liked that at all. I would have been worried about him. So they take pictures on these rides, and we knew it was coming. So here's a picture.
Yeah, and I'm going to probably put a better version of this in, like, inset it so you can see up close. I want to make sure.
It gives a pretty good
make sure I'm covering up the people that are not on the podcast.
What? Move your index finger a little bit. No, other one.
Yeah. Oops. There we go.
So who looks like they're having fun in that picture?
Yeah, and who looks like they're not? I laugh so hard every time I look at this thing. I'm going to put an inset of a blow-up of Sheila's face on this podcast so that you can see she is miserable. Miserable. And I'm like...
You can actually see me holding on like this.
I know.
It was not fun at all.
Yeah, I'm holding on too. You can you can get a good look, like right above my fingers, of that like weird yellow lap bar with nothing to hang on to. That's what we were dealing with.
They have chairs in the beginning of the ride, and you had asked me if I wanted to try the chairs. I should have, because maybe at that point I would have realized that I have nothing to hold on to. This may not be a good idea.
I didn't realize it. When we got in there, we were both like, whoa.
I was fine. Even when we sat down, I'm like, okay, I have nothing to hold on. But when we started going up, I'm like,
she kind of freaked me out going up. It got me nervous. But once we got going, I really enjoyed it. I love the adrenaline rush. I'm a huge adrenaline junkie, which is why I'll go on pretty much any amusement park ride. If anyone wants to come to Massachusetts and go to Six Flags, I will go with you. I love it there.
I might even, if we presented with that ride again, I might go on it again now that I know what it's about.
It might not be less. It might not be less. It might be less freaky now.
It might. I think I'll stick to the old-fashioned wooden roller coasters thing.
It was funny. I'm sorry.
It was. I'm laughing about it.
I felt bad that I was having such a good time.
I'm laughing about it. It's
right
not
next
such
to
a bad thing.
But who thought she was going to die. I feel really bad.
I really did. I really, really did. It was just...
Oh my gosh, that was fun. But yes, there will be a better version of the famous roller coaster photo when I do the editing on this. And I think we have to wrap it because we're at 53.
Yeah. So I'm Sheila D37 on Ravelry and Spark People. We have a email account at knitoneheart2@gmail.com. If you are watching us with iTunes, please leave a star rating or a comment, which we got a really great comment from somebody, and I meant to check it out.
I can't. Start crying.
No, we got a really good one, and I'll check it out. I'll give a shout out to everyone. Actually, we probably do owe some shout outs to some commenters. So if you're watching us on iTunes, go to the blog at knitoneheart2.blogspot.com to check the show notes.
And I'm
It was
Honey Winnie
really late last week. I'm sorry.
on Ravelry. and Penny22 on Spark. I'm Penny22 on Spark People. It may be confusing. I think that I might also be Penny20 on Spark People, but I don't know how to get into that account anymore, so I'm Penny22.
Yeah, I'm just Sheila D37 everywhere. We're on Plurk as Knit1Heart2. We do share the account. I'm on Twitter as Knit1Heart2.
And I'm Knit1Wendy on Twitter, and my Plurks tweet too, I think. I don't know. I don't log into Twitter that much.
Anytime somebody Plurks on our account, it goes on to Twitter because I'm on Twitter. That's a good way to keep in touch with my uncle, who is taking us out for dinner tonight.
Wow. Lucky you. I might go to spinning tonight, but I don't know.
Spinning?
Yeah, there's a spinning group that meets in Newburyport, Massachusetts. If you're in that spinning
distance.
group, hello, I might come there tonight. But I feel kind of weird about it because I don't really want to lug your spinning wheel up there because it's not portable.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might just wait to start going after I get my own wheel.
So thanks for watching. If you're a new person, thanks for joining us.
And thanks, Becky, for the present. I'm going to just cry. This is like a banner week. I got a heart and presents.
And she got a good laugh at my expense. So have a good week. Knit with heart.
Knit with heart. Bye, guys.
Bye.